Operasyon na ito stripped it of its layers to get to the top and through it all. And we have discovered and identified at least two main actors or players in the issue of drugs, illegal activities associated with POGOs. At ang dalawang aktor na ito, ipinakikilala ko po sa inyo si Michael Yang at si Alan Lim. Marami nang naisulat at nireport at naging usap-usapan tungkol kay Michael Yang. Michael Yang has been linked to various controversies in the past. This includes, among others, his alleged involvement in the importation and proliferation of drugs into our country. Nadawit din po ang pangalan niya sa Pharmally. Si Michael Yang din po ay ang former economic advisor appointed by the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Then, there is Wei Zhong Lin, a.k.a. Alan Lim. Kagaya po ni Michael, he is no stranger to articles written about him and other controversies. According to reports, Alan Lim and Michael Yang are business partners in the drug trade. Sila po ay tahasang pinangalanan ni Colonel Asierto as being so. At sa kanya din po ang isa sa mga naunang pogo sa ating bansa. In studying these individuals, napansin po natin that they use the same set of people and build multiple layers for their corporations. Layering, pero nabuko natin dahil sa pattern ng kanilang nominees. Para po madali natin maintindihan ang presentation, pag nakita po natin ang kulay blue, ito po ay umuugnay kay Michael Yang. At ang kulay pula naman po, yan naman po ay konektado kay Alan Lim. Next slide, please. Ang paulit-ulit na tao na associated kay Michael Yang ay ang mga sumusunod. Jason Uson, Gerald Cruz, Yukin Zeng. Kung atin pong matatandaan, hindi bago ang pangalan na Jason Uson at Gerald Cruz. Dahil nadawit na po ito ang mga pangalan nila sa investigasyon ng Pharmally. Ayon sa mga nakita naming sources at documents, ang mga personality na ito ay lahat based in Davao. This is significant considering the connections of Michael Yang in Davao City, where he owns a very interesting property. At syempre, hindi natin pwede makalimutan ang mga kapatid ni Michael Yang. Recently po, lumutang ang panganay na si Yang Jianjin, also known as Tony Yang or Antonio Maestrado Lim. Welcome to the House of Representatives. At ang kapatid niyang si Yang Hongjiang. Ang magkapatid rin na Michael Yang at Hongjiang Yang ang may-ari ng DCLA Plaza at Yang Z Group Trading Company. Kamakailan lamang ay napag-alaman natin na nariyan din pala si Tony Lim. Davao City Los Amigos Plaza, DCLA, which was incorporated in 2011 in Davao City, is one of the first known businesses established by Michael Yang, connected to this complex web of corporations that are involved in the proliferation of criminal activities in the Philippines. Sa affidavit na isinumite ni Arturo Las Cañas sa ICC, base sa mga reports, ay itong DCLA Plaza ay ginagamit lamang bilang front ni Michael Yang to conduct his illegal activities. Dito daw labas-pasok ang mga drug couriers. Ang Yang Z Group Trading Company naman po ay isang korporasyon din na pagmamayari ni Hong Zhang Yang at Michael Yang na sangkot sa mga illegal importation ng mga iba't ibang mga goods. Puntahan naman natin si Yang Jianjin o si Antonio Maestrado Lim. Si Tony Yang is the eldest brother among the Yang brothers. Siya daw ang totoong mastermind at architect sa lahat ng operasyon ng criminal syndicate ng Yang brothers dito sa ating bansa. Tony Yang is based in Cagayan de Oro where he owns multiple businesses katulad ng Yang Z Hotel, dating Pogo Hub, at ang Philippine Sanja Steel Corporation na involved sa rice smuggling at human trafficking. Siya din ang presidente at incorporator ng Oroan Incorporated, isang service provider for Shongwei Technologies na pagmamay-ari ni Alan Lim. Si Tony Yang din ang may-ari ng Alwana Business Park where several unlawful activities have been reported. Nung nahuli si Tony Yang, may dala-dala po yang 1.4 million pesos in cash at mga iba't ibang lisensya for firearms. Gusto ko pong bigyang pugay ang PAOK TF. Congratulations po sa inyong paghuli kay Tony Yang. Tulad po ni Michael Yang, it would appear from reports that we have gathered in previous investigations that Alan Lim has a select number of associates whose names constantly and consistently appear in corporations that are owned by him or we have observed are actually connected to him. The most obvious figure in this network of companies of Alan Lim has built is his wife, Rose Nono Lin. Sinundan namin si Rose Lin, follow the trail kumbaga, at isa siya na nagko-connect kay Michael Yang at Alan Lim. This is a known fact at makikita po natin mamaya that Rose Nono Lin is an incorporator of at least 8 companies where Michael Yang is involved in, such as Piley Estate Group, formerly known as Piley Holdings, Philippine Full Wind Group of Companies. Ang entry point niya sa Pogo ay ang Shongwei Technology. Kung mapapansin niyo po, kapag binaliktad po natin yung pangalan na Shongwei, this is the Chinese name of Wei Zhonglin, aka Alan Lim. Now, what is Shongwei Technology? Shongwei is a POGO which was registered as a Philippine corporation in 2016. Isa po ito sa mapangunahing POGO sa ating bansa. While Alan Lim does not appear as a director or shareholder of Shongwei, in any of his corporate records, the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, OCCRP, reported that Alan Lim, using his identity as Lin Weizhong, served as chairman of this corporation. Shongwei service providers include Brick Hearts, Turquoise Diamond Technology Corporation, Shidaikeki Technology Corporation, and Orowan Incorporated. As previously reported, Shongwei and Brick Hearts shared the same email address. While this alone seems inconsequential, circumstances would show that Xiong Wei is part of the network of companies belonging to Yang and Lim, which is involved in illegal activities in our country. In fact, it has been reported that Xiong Wei was involved in 5 of the 7 kidnapping cases reported by Colonel Rodolfo Castil Jr., the Philippine National Police Anti-Kidnapping Group. Ngayon, balikan po natin ang ating paghihimay sa korporasyon ni Michael Yang at Alan Lim. Here we can see that Michael Yang has several persons which consistently appear as shareholders in his companies, such as DCLA Plaza and Yang Z Trading Company. These persons are Jason Uson and Yung Kin Zeng. It would appear that Jason Uson, allegedly a Filipino citizen, consistently owns at least 60% of these companies in apparent compliance of our nationality requirement. On the other hand, Alan Lim, Rose Nonolin, a Filipino citizen, identified to be his wife, consistently appears as a shareholder in his companies. In XRL Holdings, Rose Nonolin is 60% owner, again, in compliance with our nationality requirement. Several companies, Piley Holdings Corporation and Piley Estate Group Corporation, appear to be 50% owned by the Michael Yang Group and the Alan Lim Group, respectively. The same individuals, Jason Uson, Yung Kin Zeng, are shareholders of these corporations together with Michael Yang. Meanwhile, Rose Nonolin, Alan Lim are shareholders from the Alan Lim side. Silipin naman po natin itong Piley Estate Corporation. Ano ang Piley Estate Group? Ang Piley Estate ang nagtayo ng Clark Majestic World, a mixed-use real estate development. Very similar ang mga condominium units dito sa mga residential units na ginagamit ng mga POGO employees. The businesses of Michael Yang and Alan Lim seem to always be involved or associated with illegal activities. For example, there are reports that the people who were held captive were found inside the Clark Majestic World. Another company providing the link between the partnership of Michael Yang and Alan Lim is the Philippine Full Wind Group of Companies. Again, Alan Lim is not a direct shareholder of this company. His wife, Rose Nonolin, is. Consistent po yan sa obserbasyon natin na itong si Rose Nonolin is the representative, kumbaga, ng totoong may-ari na si Alan Lim. Similarly, Michael Yang has no direct shareholdings in the company. Jason Lim, Yung Kin Zeng are also shareholders of DCLA Plaza that own a substantial part in the Full Wind. Mapapansin din po natin si Gerald Cruz. Kung atin po matatandaan, kasama ni Rose Nonolin, si Gerald Cruz, sila po ang mga directors ng Pharmaly Biological Company, the sister company of the infamous Pharmaly Pharmaceuticals. Again, these personalities appear as dummies for Michael Yang. Kapansin-pansin dito na parte sa korporasyon ang kapatid ni Michael Yang na si Hong Zhang Yang. Tignan naman po natin ang karakter nitong si Hong Zhang Yang. Sino naman si Hong Zhang Yang? Ayon sa mga report, Kapatid po siya ni Michael Yang. He was also identified as the manager of DCLA store of Michael Yang in Davao City. Napaka-interesting po na pumasok ang pangalan ni Hong Jiang Yang sa qualified trafficking investigation in Bamban Pogo controversy. Bakit? It was reported that Hong Jiang Yang's accounts were linked to the transactions amounting to 3.2 billion pesos, which were allegedly used to finance Hong Sheng. The same Pogo, which was raided in Tarlac and linked to Alice Guo's Baofu Land Development Incorporated. Sa madaling sabi, ka-joint account po ni Hong Jiang Yang si Zheng Yu na incorporator naman ng Hong Sheng Gaming Technology. Flashback muna tayo at balikan po natin si Michael Yang na lumutang doon sa Farmally Senate hearing and investigation. It was established during the Senate hearings 3 years ago na itong si Michael Yang ang financier ng Farmally when it was involved in the procurement of face masks and PPEs. Medyo iba na ito kasi ang pinagkakakitaan niya ay hindi drugs, hindi pogo, kung hindi sa panahon ng pandemya na maraming Pilipino ang napaluhod at pinahirapan ng COVID-19, pinagkakitaan po ang kalagayan ng mamamayang Pilipino. Nakikita po natin sa slide na ito na parehas po ang modus na ginagamit ni Michael Yang at saka ni Alan Lim. Michael Yang Group using Gerald Cruz, Alan Lim Group using his wife, Rose Nonolin. Balikan na naman po natin ang Pogo. Usisain po natin ang Xiongwei. Xiongwei is the licensed Pogo of Alan Lim. Isa sa kanyang service providers ay itong Brick Hearts Technology. Brick Hearts, kung susundan natin ang pattern, appears to be owned by the tandem of Michael Yang and Alan Lim. And some individuals who were still investigating, but coincidentally, nung tininan po namin kung saan po sila nakatira, lahat po sila mukhang nakatira sa Davao. At sino naman ang Brick Hearts? Ayon sa publicly available sources, makikita natin na noong 2022, Brick Hearts was involved in a kidnapping incident. It was found that a woman was kidnapped in Pasay, brought to a Pogo dorm in Cavite, where she was sold off to a Chinese national. Binenta ang isang Pilipina sa isang Chinese national. Pagkatapos nito, siya po ay binugbog. Dinala sa isang Pogo dorm in Shuangma Industrial Park in Cavite. Shuangma is run by Brick Hearts Technology. A similar kidnapping incident of a Chinese national was also reported here. Interestingly, Brick Hearts has the same address of Xiongwei Technologies, which is owned by Alan Lim. Di ba kabit-kabit na? Corporate documents of Brick Hearts were also found in the Pogo raid in Bamban, Tarlac. So makikita natin na habang itong Brick Hearts na based in Cavite, bakit ang papel nito ay matatagpuan at nahanap sa Banban? Naglakad kaya ito o sumakay ng isang small boat papunta sa Banban? Let's dig deeper dito sa mga Pogo. Yan po ay ilan sa mga service providers of the POGO of Alan Lim. Turquoise Diamond Technology, Shiday Keji Technology, at Oroan Incorporated. Bago pa lang natin ito malaman, ang Oroan, sabay na po lumutang ang kapatid ni Michael Yang na si Tony Yang. Makikita natin dito ang iba-iba pang mga personalities na closely associated or dummies of Alan Lim. Makikita rin po natin dito ang link ni Alan Lim sa kuya ni Michael Yang na si Tony Yang. Puntahan naman natin itong Orowan Incorporated. Ano ang Orowan Incorporated? Ayon sa AOI or Articles of Incorporation ng Orowan, ito ay itinayo primary for the purpose of engaging in internet allied businesses and providing call center services sa business processing and outsourcing. However, it was later found out that Orowan was a customer relations service provider of one of Alan Lim's POGO, which is Shongwei Technologies. Ayon sa mga news reports, meron ding unlawful activities na naganap sa Alwana Compound, Cagayan de Oro, where Orowan is located. Si Tony Yang ang president at incorporator ng Orowan. At dito makikita ang direct link ni Tony Yang sa kaibigan at close associate ng kapatid niya na si Michael Yang at Alan Lim. Balik naman po tayo sa ibang service providers ng Shongwei, ng Turquoise at Shiday Keji. Based on PAGCOR documents and records, Turquoise, Shiday Keji, and Orowan are service providers of Shongwei. But what is extremely suspicious here is the fact that two of these service providers, Turquoise and Shiday Keji, were found to be inside the Baofu compound sa teritoryo ni Alice Guo na ang POGO na ito ay ang Hongzhen Zunyuan. So ang tanong, bakit yun nandun? Dito po natin makikita ang grupo ni Alice Guo na pawang nasa same circle and networks of friends, si Alan Lim and Michael Yang. And as we know, ang Baofu ang kasunod.
DS, inom ka muna ng tubig na malamig, baka nauhaw ka na. Now, I'm sure, given the current developments on Alice Guo, that we are all familiar with. Ang Baofu compound, it is the biggest POGO compound in Bamban, Tarlac, and owned by Baofu Development Incorporated. Baofu equals Alice. Uulitin ko po na several service providers of Alan Lim's Shongwei Technologies are linked to Baofu. Customer relations providers of Shongwei Turquoise Diamond Technology Corporation and Shiday KG Technology Corporation can be found inside the Baofu compound. Brickhart's documents were likewise found inside the Baofu compound. Sino pa ang may link sa Baofu? Siyempre, ang Yang. Tingnan po natin ang next slide. Ang link ay na kay Ong Jian Yang, ang kapatid ni Michael Yang. As stated kanina ni Deputy Speaker J.J. Suarez, ka-joint account ni Ong Jian Yang si Zhen Kan Yu, ang incorporator ng Hong Sheng. At sa usapin pa rin po ng POGO ay huwag din nating kakalimutan ang Porac, Pampanga, kung saan nakilala natin ang Lucky South 99. Ang Lucky South 99 naman ay pawang nauugnay sa Ong Zeng Zun Yuan dahil sa close association naman ng nakilala nating representative ng Lucky South na si Cassie Ong. Ang Lucky South 999 ay kilalang-kilala na po natin. Sa raid na naganap dyan ay kahindik-hindik na krimen po ang nakadiskubre natin dyan. Nariyan ang mga kinidnap, tinorture, pinatay, mga na-recover na videos na may nalalaman po ng pag-aabuso sa mga kababaihan o iba pang sex crimes o mga cyber scams. So bakit po natin sinasabing kahit papaano ay kasama ito sa web? Dahil po naman yan ang makikita nating koneksyon dito sa Hong Zeng Zun Yuan o ang Baofu. Tinan po natin ang links. Una po, it follows the same pattern o modus operandi. Nagsisimula po ito sa pagbili ng mga hektaryang lupain kung sa Bamban ay namili ay ang Baofu sa Porac, ang namili ay ang Whirlwind. Pagkatapos po niyan ay magtatayo ng mga structures o buildings. Diyan, kung titingnan mo, ang halos pare-parehong lang ang prison-like facilities. At halos kasabay ng pagtatayo ng physical structure ay mag-a-apply po ito ng POGO license. Sa Banban, ito ang Ong Sen o Zun Yuan. Sa Porac, ito naman ang Lucky South 99. May mga links din po ang mga personalidad dito. Si Zhang Zi na taga Singapore, ang dating presidente ng Lucky South 99, ay napabalitang tumulong kina Alice Guo at Cassie Ong para sa stay nila sa Indonesia. Si Duan Ren Wu na nauugnay naman sa Whirlwind at Lucky South ay kay Cassie Ong ay namataan na kasama ni Alice Guo sa Indonesia. At alam po naman natin na kasama si Cassie Ong ang pamilya Guo habang sila ay nasa ibang bansa sa tangkang tumakas sa lahat ng nakakabit na kontrobersya nila dito sa ating bansa sa Pilipinas. Maliban sa mga links ng ganyan, ang mga nag-ooperate within the POGO compound sa Banban at sa Porac ay pare-parehong sangkot sa mga krimen na human trafficking, cybercrimes at kung ano-ano pa. Bakit po natin sinasabing kasama rin po dito? Kasi ganyan po ang criminal enterprise. Ang criminal enterprise as defined, it is a group of individuals with an identified hierarchy or comparable structure engaged in criminality activity. Balikan po natin sina Michael Yang, sina Alan Lim, sa POGO lang ba? Hindi po. Hindi lang POGO at Parmali may drugs pa po. May drugs pa po. Tingnan po natin yung next slide. The Michael Yang and Alan Lim group, as shown here, are linked to Golden Sun 999, which is significant because it connects us to Empire 999 na makikita natin mamaya na heavily involved pala sa mass land acquisition and drugs. Ang layo na po ang inabot ng mga korporasyon at mga krimen. At nakikita po natin na konektado pa rin. Relevantly, the connection lies in the interlocking directors or common incorporators, shareholders among these corporations. As mentioned earlier, Rose Nono Lim, the wife of Alan Lim, and Gerald Cruz and Lincoln Ong, known as associates of Michael Yang, were all implicated in the Farmally scandal. Both Rose Nonolin and Gerald Cruz are incorporators of Golden Sun 999 along with I.D. Tae-yang. I.D. Tae-yang is also an incorporator of Empire 999 Realty Corporation, where it was reported that almost 3.6 billion worth of shabu was found and confiscated. This warehouse is owned by Mr. Willie Ong, an incorporator of both Empire 999 and Sunflare Industrial Corporation. Lincoln Ong, who is also an incorporator of Farmally Pharmaceutical, and I.D. Tae-yang, who is an incorporator of Golden Sun 999 and Empire 999, are also both incorporators of Mexico 999. Sino po si Empire 999? Tingnan po natin. Empire 999 Realty Corporation is a registered corporation with the SEC since 2015, with some of its incorporators being Willie Ong, I.D. Tae-yang, Jack Tae-yang, and Alvin Ganituen. As shown, these people are the same people who provide the link between what appears to be an entity owned by Yang and Lim, which is Golden Sun 999 to Empire 999. Empire 999 has been reported to be involved in illegal drug activities in the country, which is owned warehouse being the recipient of the at least 560 kilos of shabu with an estimated cost of 3.6 billion pesos. This shabu were reportedly shipped from Bangkok, Thailand. Makikita po natin na naglipa na sa ating bansa ang mga ito. Ang Yang brothers na si Michael Yang, Ong Jiang Yang, at si Tony Yang andito na, pati ang close associate ni Michael Yang na si Alan Lim. Nandito din si Ma'am Alice Guo at malamang ang mga tao sa likod ng Lucky South 99 as presented by Cassie Ong. Dito makikita natin ay bawat isa-isa sa kanila ay may iba't ibang focus o areas of influence sa ating bansa. These Chinese nationals are setting up corporations all over the country, taking advantage to our laws by perpetrating and promoting illegal activities, so the great prejudice of our country and Filipino people. Nariyan po tayo ngayon. Such is the sorry state of our country. Kaya po tayo ngayon nandito. Mayroon po tayong pinormang Quadcom. Hindi lang konektado ang mga krimen, konektado rin pala ang mga tao na nagpapalakad ng mga ito. Hindi po ito titigil hanggang masisid at masimot natin ang lahat ng pwedeng malaman ukol sa sindikatong ito. At kung paano nila nagawa ang pagsasamantala sa ating bansa upang magawa namin ang aming sworn duty at constitutional responsibility para mapalakas sa ating mga batas at maprotektaan ang lahat ng Pilipino. Marami po ang nababahala. Marami ang nagsasabi, puro imbestigasyon. Wala namang mangyayari dyan. Hindi po ito nagtatapos sa trabaho ng Quadcom. Ang imbestigasyon na ito na aming binibigyan ng panahon, pagod, ay simula lamang. We will come out with recommendation to address this. Cleansing, paglilinis, mahirap, pero gagawin po namin at kakayanan namin dahil ito po ay para sa sambayanang Pilipino. Sa ngayon ay uncover pa lang po natin ang criminal enterprise. Wala po tayo sa tanong na who enabled them to freely and with impunity operate. Mga dayuhan po ang identify natin. Hindi po ito makaka-operate kung walang mga Pilipinong tumutulong sa gawaing ito. Wala pa rin po tayo sa financial links. Kulang pa. To completely paralyze them is to cut the financial stream o ang agos ng pera. Saan na naman po nagkulang ang ating batas sa dalawang usaping ito? We will end their era. Tatapusin po natin ito. Samahan niyo po kaming miyembro ng Quadcom, itong miyembro ng 19th Congress. Ito po para sa ating bansa. Ito po para sa susunod na henerasyon. Ibalato po natin at ibigay po natin ang magandang bukas sa ating bansa. Hindi lang po ito ang laban ng Kongreso. Laban po natin ito bilang mga Pilipino. Sino ba naman ang hindi naghahangad ng mas maayos na mabuting Pilipinas? Oo, para po tayong napapaloob sa isang teleserye. May ending din po ito, but sa ngayon, abagan ang susunod na kabanata. The Quadcom is not done. Dakal pong salamat, may pabingid, at thank you very much kay kayong ampo.
Thank you, Senior Deputy Speaker Gonzales. Before we proceed with the interpellation, may we ask if the resource persons has engaged a lawyer in this particular committee hearing? Those who have not entered their appearance before this committee, please, may we ask the council to please enter your appearance?
I am Attorney Micaelo Jaime Sires. I am appearing in behalf of Mr. Tony Yang.
Tony Yang.
Good evening, Your Honors. Attorney Nicole Hamilla appearing as counsel for Ms. Alice Gua under the same law firm of Attorney Stephen David, Your Honors.
Are you the same lawyer that she engaged last week?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Yes, please. Page, can you please...
Respectfully appearing for resource person Undersecretary Jose Gabriel Lavinia, Attorney Gabriel Enriquez, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. For those of you who are here tonight for this committee hearing and have not taken their oath yet, Comsec, please administer the oath.
Yes. Thank you. And even those, yes, please. And please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this public inquiry, so help you God? Yes? Yes.
Okay, thank
The
you.
oath has been administered, sir.
Thank you very much. Does Mr. Yang have an interpreter? You're the interpreter? Okay. Mr. Yang, you need an interpreter? Yeah. So, siya yung interpreter mo? Siya, ha? Siya. Okay, thank you. Now, we'll proceed with the interpolation. The first to interpolate is, let me just get my list. The first in the list is Congressman Rog Gutierrez. You have 5 minutes, Congressman Gutierrez. You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, as much as we would like to interpolate si Mr. Yang, I'd like to clear a few things po, especially in light of the matrix with some of our resource persons from last time. Because I think of note talaga po sa ating matrix is that it seems to be a parallel operation. Nakita po natin na yung first parts of our Quadcom were only scratching the surface. Itong mga POGO operations pala happening in parallel is only the initial, and it's the lower level actually. And now we're moving up. But before we move on with Mr. Yang, I just have a few questions. Kasi nga po, nakita natin, parallel po based on the matrix. For example, I'm sure there are many more POGO operations, pero parallel po yung sa PORAC and yung sa Bamban. So that, Mr. Chair, I'd like to direct my first question to Ms. Ong and to Ms. Guo. Ms. Ong, you had said before that kilala niyo po si Ms. Guo. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
And in what capacity po yan, Ms. Ong?
Nakilala ko lang po siya dahil kay Wesley Go po.
Si Wesley Guo is supposedly your boyfriend po. Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
And you've met Wesley Guo how po?
Somewhere in Binondo po.
In Binondo po. Pero si Wesley Guo, the brother of Alice Guo, Mr. Chair, may I direct my question to Ms. Alice Guo? You mentioned po you lived in Tarlac for most of your life po. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
So from age 0 to, you claim to be 38 po, no, Ms. Guo? From 0 to 38, talagang residence po ninyo is Tarlac.
Yes po.
Have you at any point in time found yourself in Binondo?
Binondo, never naman po ako tumira sa Binondo.
Never tumira. But you visited Binondo po ba?
Yes po.
For what purpose po kaya yan?
Minsan mamasyal, minsan may bibilhin. Opo.
Okay. So from there, would you have an idea of the circumstances surrounding the meeting of Miss Ong and your brother, si Wesley?
Sorry po, one more time po.
May idea po kayo kung paano nakilala si Wesley, si Miss Ong?
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
Tapos, so sariling lakad niya po yun, yung sa Binondo, and then they met.
Yes po.
Okay. I direct my questions again to Miss Ong. So you say you're in a relationship with Wesley. Ano po yung birthday ni Wesley Guo?
February 23.
Feb 23?
Yes po.
That would peg him, what year po?
1990... wait, bilangin ko lang po.
Mr. Chair, do we have anyone who can confirm the date? Because my data says otherwise.
I think...
Perhaps, Mr. Chair, I can ask the Bureau of Immigration.
Yeah.
They might have the documents po, no? Mr. Chair, directing my question to the Bureau of Immigration, anong birthday po ni Mr. Wesley Guo based on his Philippine passport?
Mr. Chair, good evening. Unfortunately, we don't have it, but I undertake to give it before the end of the session, sir.
Okay. Please, can we confirm? Because as far as I understand, I've seen the picture of the passport and it said February 1. And it would be very curious po na Miss Ong wouldn't know the birthday of her boyfriend for 4 years na po. Tama po. But we'll confirm it later po naman, no? We don't have the data. Would you know po kung anong schools pinuntahan ni Wesley Guo? Boyfriend mo po of 4 years, hindi mo po alam kung anong schools pinuntahan niya?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
Isn't that curious? Di ka man lang na-curious kung saan po siya pumunta for schooling?
Hindi po.
So ano yung mga... What aspects of his life do you know about? Alam mo po ba kung ano yung hobbies niya?
Maglaro po.
Maglaro.
Yung hobby ng gamdam.
Ng gam-gam.
Parang robot.
Robot.
Yun lang po.
And the nature of his work, are you familiar po?
No po.
Hindi rin. So as supposedly a couple from 2020 or 2021, hindi mo po alam yung school niya, hindi mo po alam yung interest niya, and I'm pretty sure hindi mo alam yung birthday niya. So that's what I'm trying to point out here, Mr. Chair. I do not believe in the story that Ms. Guo and Ms. Ong know each other through the brother. In fact, I believe the matrix more in which what binds them is their work relation through Mr. Duan Renwu and Mr. Xiang Ji. And in fact, I would, if there's anything that I would change to the matrix, I would say that dapat si Duan Renwu and si Xiang Ji should be in the middle between the two because he is the link that binds. Because, Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask again, between the two, between Baofu, which I think, Ms. Guo, ano po yung relation po natin sa Baofu?
Your Honor, after po ako nag-divest, wala na po kami relationship.
Oh, but prior po, you were an incorporator.
Prior po, Baofu, landowner.
Okay, landowner po talaga. So, Baofu, may link po tayo kay Ms. Guo. Kay Ms. Ong naman, admittedly, incorporator ng LS99 through Mr. Duan Renwu. So we see, ito na po yung sinasabi ng matrix na parallel operation. We have here two owners of yung supposedly, yung land-owning corporation, which will eventually lend to the POGO, of which they are still actually a part of. Yung si Mr. Duan Renwu, if I remember, is ninong po ni Ms. Ong. Is that correct, Ms. Ong?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
And admittedly, si Mr. Duan Renwu, kilala rin po ni Ms. Guo. Is that correct, Ms. Guo?
Your Honor, nakilala ko po siya through Cassie Lee.
Through Cassie, allegedly. You met Cassie through the boyfriend na hindi niya nga mabanggit kung anong school or anong birthday. But admittedly, you know si Mr. Duan Renwu, who you were seen together abroad when you escaped the Philippines. Is that correct, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, na-met ko po siya nung sinama po ni Cassie sa amin.
Oh, pero kasama po ninyo abroad. Indonesia po ba yan or Malaysia?
Hindi po kasama. Na-met ko lang po siya dahil sinama po ni Cassie.
Dahil doon. And Mr. Duan Renwu and Mr. Jiang Chen naman, paano mo po kilala, Ms. Guo? Siya po yung nag-arrange ng hotel nyo, di ba?
Your Honor, hindi ko po kilala si Jiang Jie.
Hindi nyo po kilala. Pero in-arrange lang po yung hotel nyo.
Hindi po siya nag-arrange ng hotel namin. Hindi ko po siya kilala.
Hindi niyo po kilala. Okay, we'll come back to that. So si Mr. Duan Renwu and si Xiang Che, na president of LS99, dito po natin nakikita in parallel po yung nangyayari sa kanila. And why I find it hard to believe, for example, yun, yung kwento ni Ms. Ong na kilala niya si Ms. Guo through the boyfriend, di niya man lang masubstantiate. And kay Ms. Guo naman, although this might be hearsay for the committee, pero ako po personally, I hope you'd understand, di po ako naniniwala sa story na kayo po ay sa Tarlac from 0 to 38. Actually, Mr. Chair, can we ask the committee if naka-ready po yung photo? It was already shown before, pero yung class photo po ni Ms. Guo.
Secretariat.
Ms. Guo, while waiting for that po, you say you were born in 1986. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
That puts you at, how old are you now po?
38.
38. And at the time, naalala niyo po yung picture po no, na na-present last time. But you claim na di niyo po yun... You
picture,
invoked
Your
your
Honor?
right. Yung picture, class picture niyo po.
I invoke my right.
You
Opo.
invoked your right. Pwede mo naman sabihin na hindi ikaw yun, di ba?
Your Honor, I hope you understand, sa sobrang dami na pong kaso na nasampahan po ngayon sa court, kaya anything po na isasagot ko po dito sa inyo might use against me po.
Opo. Well, I think that's why I have a tendency not to believe you po. Kasi kung talagang hindi ikaw yan, I think you would have said that's not you. But instead, you invoked your right to self-incrimination. And why do I not believe that? I can identify two of the people behind you. Magkabatch po tayo, Ms. Guo. I know what year this was taken. And they have a description of you. Nung pumasok ka po sa Grace, napaka-thick po ng accent ninyo, Mandarin lang ang kaya niyong salita. But you were very friendly and you were very makulit. And that's why they had a hard time to forget you, even though hanggang grade 3 ka lang daw po doon. Now I know, like I said, that's hearsay as far as the committee is concerned kasi hindi naman nandito yung may personal knowledge doon. But when I was talking to that person with personal knowledge, na-convinced naman po ako and they've identified you. In fact, if you were 38 and this picture was 2001, you would have been 13, 14 po ba? Eh, kasing age mo naman yung mga 19, these people were born 91, 92. Kasize mo naman po, I don't think you're that much older than them. And that's why I really don't buy that story that you were born in 1986. And I don't buy the story that this is not you. In fact, they called you Ping. Ping po yung nickname nyo dito. But anyway, that's just to prove the point po, no? But what does that say about the testimony here before us? Thank you, Comsec, for the picture. We have a Latin maxim po, no? Falsis in uno, falsus in omnibus. When you're false in one thing, it's false in everything. So this puts into light every statement that you have made. Of course, aside from the statements made regarding the right against self-incrimination. But if we're talking po about everything she said, that she was in Tarlac for 30 years, that all of her life, or the fact po that she was not the person in the Bamban resolution, this is going to be your testimony versus documentary evidence. Yung Bamban resolution number 185 series of 2020, citing you as the applicant for Hongsheng Gaming, ano po yung sagot mo doon? You said you have no recollection at all kung paano na nasama yung pangalan po ninyo. Tama po ba yan, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, all related Hongsheng, Baofu, I invoke my right against self-incrimination po.
Okay. And just proves it even more. If you can't relate to us how you're related to the resto, then I guess the document stands po na may kinalaman po kayo sa Hongsheng. Another thing po, you claim na walang Filipinos involved sa escape. How do we know that we can take that for granted? Kasi, yun nga, as far as we're concerned, false in one, false in all. And then, of course, the allegations that 3.2 billion was transferred to Hongsheng through the partners mentioned earlier. And it's parallel also because I remember, if I'm not mistaken, Chair Dan Fernandez mentioned there was also a similar transfer going on between Mr. Duan Ren Wu and Ms. Cassandra Ong. So we see nga po na talagang I think may basis yung matrix, talagang parallel yung operations. And I think that's as much as we can get from them. Baofu and Hongsheng versus Lucky South 99 and Whirlwind are two sides of the same coin. They're parallel operations held by a consistent cast of characters. And now that the Quadcom is digging deeper, we're now moving up the ladder. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to get anything more from Ms. Ong and Ms. Guo, given that they have cases and they have repeatedly cited their right. They've repeatedly invoked the right against self-incrimination. So I think we have no choice but to move on with the matrix. So with that, Mr. Chair, I'd be asking my questions to Mr. Yang.
Yeah, but before that, Your Honor, let me ask the lawyer of Ms. Alice Go. Your participation here is to advise your client only of her legal rights. And please, advise her also what questions she needs to answer. If the question being asked, being propounded by a member is not related to the case that she is facing, then you have to compel her to answer. And that goes the same with other counsels present. Okay, para lang ho maliwanag, that's our ground rules. Alam naman po ninyo, kayo mga lawyers, alam nyo naman po kung ano yung makakaapekto sa kaso nila. Kaya wag nyo silang pabayaang magtago sa likod ng right against self-incrimination. And we just want to make that clear. Please continue, Congressman Gutierrez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, before I move on, I'd like to go back, but I still have 2 more photos with the ComSec on the issues of Ms. Ong and Ms. Go. Committee Secretariat, may we ask for the pictures of Lucky South 99 and yung Hongsheng to be displayed? May I ask, Mr. Chair, the PAOCC, si Dr. Casio, Mr. Chair, generally ang POGO, kailangan po ba compound talaga? If I understand correctly, meron po tayong mga POGO operations within Metro Manila. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair, Honorable Gutierrez, in the past, PAGCOR allowed what was dubbed as hubs. By hubs, meaning to say different locators, different POGO operators can exist within one hub. But if I do recall, the only hubs that were ever licensed by PAGCOR were the one in Clark, Sun Valley, which was raided by the ACG and PAOK on May of last year. The second one was, if I am not mistaken, the one in Bamban, no? Baofu. And the last one is the last remaining hub that's winding down, yung sa, ano po, yung dito po sa Island Cove, Cavite.
So generally, Mr. Chair, ang POGO, it doesn't necessarily have to be a hub. They can operate parang BPO lang po siya. Sometimes they rent a floor lang po. Tama po ba
Yes,
yun?
sir. They can rent as small a space as 300 square meters.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for clarifying. So para lang alam ng ating mga kababayan, kasi nabanggit po ng PAGCOR, meron pong 240 plus na nabanggit ng mga POGO. Baka iniisip po nila lahat yun POGO hub. But it seems to be only the big operators are the POGO hubs. It's, for example, yung sa Baofu and sa Lucky South 99. Kaya nga po parang parallel because amongst all the POGOs, sila lang po yung ganito. Sila lang po yung may hub. And it seems to indicate na they have the same modus operandi and they have the same intention to include mga love scam, mga cryptocurrency scamming, and other related crimes. Kasi hindi naman po yan manggagawa sa 300 square meter na office building po, no? So I think this is just another point of parallelism between the two. And then one more thing, Mr. Chair, Committee Secretary, yung next picture po, please, yung mansion. Ms. Ong, Mr. Chair, is this image familiar to you po?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Can you explain to us ano po yung nakikita natin sa picture? Nakita mo naman po, is that your house?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Ito yung mansion po ninyo sa Porac?
Opo.
Mr. Chair, can we, for everyone to see, can we have the picture again? Ms. Ong, gano'ng kalaki po yung inyong property dito? Tama po ba? That's like a little massage house in the middle of the lake behind the bigger mansion proper. Tama po ba, Ms. Ong?
Lahat po yan, bahay po. Wala pong massage.
Wala massage. Yung gitna. So
Yes
lahat
po.
yan bahay. So yung
Opo.
gitna. So gano'ng kalaki po itong property nyo?
Yung lot po is around 3 hectares po.
3 hectares yung lot. And
Yes
all
po.
of this at the tender age of 24. Would you care to substantiate how you made your money out of this? Lahat po yan na-inherit po ba, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, I invoke my right
You
po.
invoke your
Pasensya
right.
na po
Of
kasi
course.
meron pong kinasa sa akin.
Kasi nga po, kahit yung reasoning na binigay mo last time na 35 million per month, hindi rin yun tama eh. Kasi at 35 billion per month na you would make out of the 70,000 hectares that you were renting out, that's only still just 35 million, which wouldn't account for the billions of worth. Sabi niyo po, wala po kayong inutang to make yung phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, not including itong mansion po ninyo. Because the truth of the matter is, based on the reports, if we're to believe, this is actually bahay ni Mr. Duan Renwu. Hindi naman po ito sa'yo. You're going to invoke your right or you're going to deny it, that's fine, Ms. Ong. But I'm just presenting it for the facts that the unbelievable story of rags to riches at 24 through inheritance from your mom, based on nothing more than the right connections at the right time, parang sobrang unbelievable po. We are more inclined to believe these parallel operations in which at the center is Duan Renwu and everyone else going up. So with that, Mr. Chair, I'll conclude na po yung kay Ms. Ong and kay Ms. Guo. I'd like to go on po as we go up with the ladder kay Mr. Yang. Thank you, Committee Secretary, for the picture.
Mr. Chair, I just have a question, just out of curiosity, if I may.
With the indulgence of Congressman
With the indulgence of Congressman Gutierrez. Comsec, pwede mo ba maibalik ulit yung bahay ni Ms. Cassie Ong? Ms. Cassie, pwede niyo po bang sabihin niyo kung tama po yung pagkaunawa ko dito sa litrato? So meron pong lake at yung bahay po ninyo ay yung nasa gitna. Tama po ba yun? Can you go back? Hindi, yung bahay po, yung bahay, Comsec. Yung bahay, Comsec.
Prior picture, please.
Yan. Yeah. Excuse me. Yes?
Yes po. Yes po, Mr. Chair.
So yung bahay po, ano po yung nasa gitna ng lake?
Bahay po.
Tapos ito pong nandito sa may bandang baba.
Bahay din po, Mr. Chair.
Oh, so you have a house within a house? At tapos yung nandun po sa ibabaw niya na parang kulay puti na I don't know how you describe it. Parang ano ba yan? Is that also a body of water?
Garden po yan, Mr. Chair.
Garden. Okay. Yeah, itong lake po ito is man-made or natural?
Can I consult my lawyer po?
No, it's actually whether it's
Man Lake po, Mr. Chair.
huh?
Man Lake po.
Man-made. Man-made. Gaano kalalim po yung lake?
Hindi ko po sure, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. I'm just trying to figure out kasi yung figures na binanggit ni Kong Rods. At medyo kinakwenta ko po kung magkano aabutin to kasi kung man-made po yan, Chairman, at saka kung gaano kalalim at yung lawak, tapos nice to live there. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Okay, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I agree with the good Deputy Speaker. Kaya nga po yung punto na natin doon, yung 35 million nga, kulang na po yun for Phase 1, 2, and 3 of Whirlwind. Paano pa kaya yung 3-hectare lot with mansion na pinakita po natin? But anyway, the bright side to this, with the efforts of the Quadcom, I believe the proper cases have been filed against the parties, so we can leave po yung parallel operations on the ground. Doon na lang po yun. We leave it to our good partners in service executive branch. But yeah, moving on, Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask now si Mr. Tony Yang. So, Mr. Yang, magandang gabi po. Mr. Yang, kayo po ay nakakapagsalita ng Tagalog, English?
Kunti.
Konti.
Kunti, marunong.
Konti marunong. Pero conversational, halimbawa, pag may mga events po kayo, you can have conversation, pwede po kayong makipag-usap sa mga tao. Pag may dinner, mga ganun.
I think it's better you using English. Yeah, it's better.
Better using
Yeah,
English.
yeah,
Okay.
better.
Mr. Yang, good evening. So you can speak better in English. Are you able to have a casual conversation in English?
No, actually, I am the interpreters. Mr.
You're the
Yang.
interpreter right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But
Maybe
my
it's
question stands. Is he able to have a casual conversation in English, Mr. Chair?
就是你说的东西，就是可以回答用英文回答吗？
我不会不懂的。
No casual conversation. Mr. Chair, can we, through the Secretariat, can we have my next 3 photos, please?
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair. Point of inquiry lang, Mr. Chair. Would it be possible to ask the translator to speak into the mic when he tries to translate to Mr. Yang so that we can also hear?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The first photo, please. Yung una. Is that the first? Okay. Mr. Yang, through the Honorable Chairman, is that you in the picture?
就是他问你在图片里面那个是不是你？是不是啊？对。Yeah, it's he.
It is. Do you recall Do you recall what event was transpiring here?
就是他问你在这里是举行了什么活动，还是就是干嘛的？
当时那个三家钢铁厂给 BBD 里面签那个租那个地，租地的。
Okay. I think it's during some rentals for the place. Yep.
I'm sorry again, Mr. Chair.
开发区吧，经济开发区 BBD。
Is for rentals for the DPTs. The ones is using DPTs.
就是开发区吧，开发区，经济开发区。
经济开发区。
有经济开发区。
Mr. Chairman, point of clarification lang, Mr. Chairman.
With the indulgence of Congressman Gutierrez.
Yeah, with the indulgence of Congressman Raj. I believe the translator is the son of Michael Yang. Are you the son of Michael? Oh, of Tony Yang?
No.
You're not
Actually,
the son?
no. I come from Pao.
What is your... you're from Pao.
Yeah.
So you're the translator of the Pao,
of Pao, yeah.
not of Tony Yang.
Yeah, it's
Sige,
not
you
from
can
Tony.
proceed. Thank you so much. Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Chair Dan. Can we proceed? So can we have a clarification? What was the event?
Okay. Which one? This one?
Yeah, that event.
Okay. Actually, I think how do we process? Like, maybe he will rent us the place, and then for
He was
that
renting a
size-
place.
yeah.
So is it right to say this was a signing of a memorandum of agreement?
Yep.
How can we
that's right.
ask him? Is this the signing of a memorandum of agreement with Vividec?
对，就
That's right.
租地。
He's rented the, I think the hectares, the place of hectares.
Please. Mr. Chair, can we ask Mr. Yang to point kung sino po dyan yung translator niya?
说什么？
Can Mr. Yang point to us who in that picture is his translator?
In that particular event.
但是照片这边没翻译。
Don't have any translator inside.
No translator, Mr. Chair. So how would you converse with these people who you're having a deal with?
有翻译的跟我去，但是他没在照片。
I think he have a translator, but the translator is not in the pictures.
In the picture. Okay. Mr. Chair, can we have the next photo, please? Mr. Chair, we have here a picture of a private meeting of Mr. Yang and the ex-PNP chief. Can you point to us, Mr. Yang, of sino po dito, who here is your translator?
Okay. 他就是问你，在这里面哪一个是你的翻译？
这里面也没有我的翻译。
Yeah, it's not inside the pictures. Don't have any.
What, you have a
translator
translator
inside.
in that
Don't have-
meeting?
yeah.
No, but does he have a translator during the meeting?
He have a translator, but the translator is not in the pictures.
Not in the picture.
Yeah.
Okay. Next picture, please. I believe this is an event in CDO. Mr. Yang, do you recall this event?
就是这个的话，你是参加什么活动还是什么的？还是
这张应该是那个，我也忘记了，应该是在甲街参加一个那个活动，我们那个会，我们商会里面我一起去。
Okay. But I think it's already long time ago, and then he's not remember well, and then yeah, it's okay.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, to refresh yourself, this is, I don't know how you could forget this. This is a dinner with the president in CDO. Can you point, Mr. Yang, who is your translator in this photo?
Okay, 就是他想让你指一下哪一个是你的翻译。
Mr. Chair, this is not a post photo. There was no opportunity siguro for the translator to be told to step aside. You could be seen you're having dinner. This is very conversational. Surely your translator must be here, Mr. Yang.
Yeah, I didn't see the translator.
No
too.
translator. I have difficulty believing after how many years in the Philippines that you are unable to carry a conversation. As the pictures have provided, I believe that you, Mr. Yang, are able to speak Tagalog, Bisaya, or English, one of those languages in which you could talk with all of these people you're having meetings with.
OK， 就是他意思是说你在这里生存了差不多20几年嘛，然后就是说你肯定懂一些大家捞语或者是英文之类的，不然的话你要在这里怎么生存，怎么去跟他们沟通？
就是那个一般的，就是口头语这个听会听，有些说就是说不准。
Okay, I think he explained it. He can just listen some Tagalog, but just Kontilang, and then maybe if he want to speak, just Kontilang too. Yeah, but for hearing, it's okay for that. Yeah, maybe he will understand it.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have no way to prove that na lang po, no? So we'll just take what he said for granted, but I just want it on the record that these photos show no translators on. Before I proceed with my questions of Mr. Yang, I'd just like to inform Ms. Ong that your boyfriend's birthday is February 7. You might want to remember your boyfriend of 4 years, yung birthday niya, Feb 7. Malapit po sa Valentine's. So, Mr. Chair, proceeding back again with Mr. Yang. So, inaamin nyo, you admit that you are a Chinese citizen hailing from the Fujian province?
哦，他问你是中国籍的，是福建，你的家乡在福建是吧？
是是。
Yes.
And you, Mr. Yang, you are brothers with Yang Hongming, also known as Michael Yang.
就是你是杨洪明的哥哥和Michael Yang的哥哥是吧？兄弟。
是。
Yeah, right.
And you are also brothers with Yang Hongjiang, is that correct?
就是杨洪江也是你的兄弟是吗？
对。
Yes, right.
Mr. Chair, can Mr. Yang tell us where his brothers are now?
就是他问你，就是说问你的兄弟都在哪里？现在目前是在哪里？
我上就是听他们说，杨洪明说是在泰国，他有一天就是我跟杨洪明都没有联系，有一天他有打电话过来问我这边怎么问我，就是打电话过来吧。我问他在哪里，他说他在泰国。
在泰国是吧？
哦，在泰国，好像是在泰国。
Okay, maybe in Thailand, and then when some days the brother is calling him and then ask for, yeah, maybe for how is good or anything, and then he say it's in Thailand that times.
So, Mr. Chair, you're still in close contact with your brothers. This is both Michael Yang and Hong Jiang.
你还有跟他们保持很亲密的联系吗？
没有，我一直来菲律宾，我就跟杨洪明都跟杨洪明都没什么联系。
Okay, actually when he in Philippines here, after in Philippines, and then I think the relations is not good, and then it's less for contacts. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Well, in that case, Mr. Chair, one more question on Michael Yang. You must be aware of the allegations that Michael Yang is related to Pharmaly Pharmaceutical Company. In fact, he was the financer. Are you aware of that, Mr. Yang, through the Honorable Chairman?
就是他问你知道，就是你们现在sorry, come again the questions. Oh, it's connected. Okay. 就是他问你现在Michael Yang还有继续跟你们家人保持联系，还是怎么样的吗？
这个我就不知道了，因为我很少跟他我们我来菲律宾嘛，我跟他关系都不太好，都一直没什么联系。
I think it's less for contacts and then don't have any idea for that.
No idea about Pharmaly, the big scandal a few years back.
Yeah, maybe not good for relationship. That's why don't have any idea for that.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, can we ask Mr. Yang, the relationship soured after he left the Philippines. What year would that be?
就是他问你什么时候 in Philippines? What year them? Oh, okay. In which year? 就是他问你就是在什么时候开始对就是跟你的兄弟的关系没那么好，就什么时候开始的？
应该在2003、
03或04年。I think it's around in the 2003 or 2004 the times.
Mr. Chair, sorry, to clarify, my question was, when did his brother leave the Philippines? And when was that the relationship soured? Because if I understand the testimony earlier, ang sabi niya po, what he said was that his relationship soured when the brother left the Philippines.
Okay, no, okay.
Sorry, so maybe you can ask Mr. Yang, when did Michael Yang leave the Philippines?
When the Michael Yang is in Philippines. 就是他问你 Michael Yang 是什么时候过来菲律宾的？
他比我早过来，但是我也不知道他什么时候过来。比我早有4、5年还是。
Okay, I think it's before then the brothers is in Philippines, but it's not remember well when Michael Yang is arrived in Philippines here.
Sorry, the question wasn't arrive, but maybe it's very difficult na. Just
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Mr. Chair, if I may, I was informed that the official translator of the House has arrived, Miss Caroline. So she's a Filipino-Chinese. I guess the conversation, the interpretation will be much better.
So, she's the new interpreter.
I was informed by the Secretariat, Mr. Chair, that she is the officially designated translator of the Quadcom for this purpose.
Okay. I was hoping that she could help us translate what the translator is saying. Thank you for coming here.
Chairman, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Congressman
I
Fernandez.
think Tony Yang understand what we are talking about. You laugh. Now we don't understand. Okay, Mr. Chairman, before we proceed, may I ask Attorney Casio, I hope you, with the indulgence of our members, no? Attorney, Dr. Casio, your group apprehended Tony Yang, am I right?
This was a joint operation with the
Yes,
Bureau of
I
Immigration,
know.
Your Honor.
But during the apprehension, you were talking with Tony Yang, am I correct?
Not necessarily. The Bureau of Immigration agents read him his rights, Your Honor.
So, nagkakausap sila? Narinig niya nag-uusap sila?
Yes, sir. I was there.
So, nakakapagsalita siya ng Tagalog? Naiintindihan niya Tagalog?
Tumatango po siya. Yes, yes.
So, we don't need to interpret anymore kung naiintindihan ni Tony yan. Ikaw, intindi aming salita? Oo. Naiintindihan mo kasi sumasagot ka eh. Di ba yung kanina when we were talking, I noticed lang Tony Yang. Tony Yang, makinig ka. Makinig ka. Kasi kanina lang, may joke si si chairman and you laugh.
刚才我们的主席在
alam mo, Tony, ako, artista ako I know who's acting or not Ha? Tony, makinig ka sa akin. Naiintindihan kita. Naiintindihan mo ko, di ba? Konti. Okay. So, yung mga salita namin, naiintindihan mo, tumatawa ka, smile ka, sumisimangot ka. Di ba? Kita namin Di ba? And we will be reminding you. Remind namin ikaw. Pag ikaw, hindi, sabi totoo dito, ikaw, contempt, kulong dito. Ha? Yan. Naiintindihan niya Naiintindihan mo. Huwag mo na kaming pahirapan para mabubilis yung communication. Mr. Tony Yang, we're not here to pin you down. You just tell the truth. When we heard you talking in the Senate, I heard you. Naiintindihan mo Sinasabi mo lahat Sinasabi mo lahat, open ka. So there's no more denying of trying to translate anything anymore. Huwag ka na mag-translator. Intindi mo lang, umuho ka lang, hindi. Ask your lawyer, okay? Intindi? Ay, nako.
Okay, 他们说你只要说出真相，然后其实你不用那个翻译来帮你翻译的，因为你能听得懂他们在说什么，所以你只要回答是还是不是，然后你可以问你的律师，这样就可以吗？
我真的很多听不懂。
There are a lot of things that I cannot understand.
Kasi Tony, 21 years ka, 2001 ka pa dito. 24 years ka nang nakatira dito. Imposibleng hindi mo naiintindihan ang mga sinasabi namin. Di ba? 24 years ka na. Gusto mo sabihin ko kung ano yung flight number nung aeroplano na sinakyan mo dito together with your brother, Ho Jing Yang. Sabay kayo, di ba? Nakasakay sa aeroplano, dumating dito sa Pilipinas. Tama, mali? Tama? Okay. Ang galing nito. Sige, go ahead.
Okay.
Rog, kindly wrap up, please.
Okay. Sige, Mr. Chair. Well, siguro I'll just conclude na lang po with the question on the brothers. Now that we have a proper translator, I'm hoping. Mr. Chair, I'd like to repeat the question earlier. Mr. Chair, Mr. Yang, your brother Michael Yang, what year did he leave the? When did your relation sour with Michael Yang?
OK，请问一下，你跟您大哥的弟弟呢？你跟弟弟的关系什么时候就是开始没有那么好？
我们在我来菲律宾的，我过来菲律宾的差不多3、4年，我们就很少，就关系都不太好。
Okay, so I have come here to the Philippines for around 30 years, and from that time, our relationship is not that good already.
30 years, but you have businesses with your brothers Michael and Hong Chang. Is that correct, Mr. Yang, Mr. Chair?
但是您跟你的兄弟有开业，这是对吗？
开什么业？
开业，跟他们一起开业。
没有啊。
没有开公司吗？
没有，他们做他们的，我做我的。
No, I don't have any partnership or company together with them. I only do my own business, and they do their own business.
Can you explain to us your relation with Michael and Hong Chang in relation to the Yangtze Group of companies?
能不能跟我们解释一下你跟您弟弟还有红厂的关系？就是根据这个杨子的公司。杨子。
Yes, I believe there's Yangtze Group Trade Co., Yangtze River Economy United Development, Yangtze Pharmaceutical Group, Yangtze River International Group, HK Yangtze Group International, Yangtze River Pharmaceutical Group, Yangtze Rice Mill. I think you like the word Yangtze.
这个杨子的公司有很多集团，对吧？那
没有，不是。
不是吗？因为这些都是跟他们一起开业，对吧？
不是。
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm not involved. I'm not involved.
Not involved. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Going back, Mr. Chair, to your birth certificate, you admitted that this was not authentic.
OK，关于你的出生证，你承认过，这个出生证不是真的，对吧？
对。
Yes, I admitted that it's not authentic.
Mr. Chair, can you care to explain what are the circumstances surrounding your birth? How did you acquire a PSA certificate po?
请问一下，您是如何得到这个出生证呢？
我过来菲律宾应该差不多2、3年，我爷爷弄来给我的。
So when I went to the Philippines,
外公。对。
Okay, when I went to the Philippines around after 2 to 3 years that I came to the Philippines, it was my grandfather, specifically my maternal grandfather, who helped me come up with this birth certificate.
And you acquired this birth certificate to, I would assume, facilitate your purchase of businesses and land in the Philippines?
所以你有了这个出生证，就是为了对你开业比较方便，对吧？
对，当时我爷爷给我说，就是给我做这个，我想他有给我说以后就是可以长期在菲律宾发展，可以做那个申请营业执照，可以买房子这样。
Okay. Buy some properties. Okay. So during that time, it was my grandfather's plan or maybe decision, so that if I plan to open up a business here or to develop here in the Philippines for the long term, I would be able to use this. And also, for example, if I want to buy some lands or properties and also to gain some business permit, I would be able to use this birth certificate.
Mr. Chair, at the time that you acquired this PSA birth cert fraudulently, you were 34 years old, is that correct?
34. 当时你获得这个出生证，你是34岁，对吧？
我也忘记了，反正我到卡家园差不多应该是大概3、4点，我爷爷弄给我，反正那么久了，我也大概应该是我去那边2、3年还是3、4年。 大概2、3年。
Okay. So I have actually forgotten my exact age when I got that birth certificate. But what I know is that it was around 2 to 3 years that I came here to the Philippines that I was able to got that birth certificate.
Yes. Well, based on records, if it's to be believed, you fraudulently acquired and registered your birth at the age of 34. So at that time, you were already of legal age, and your grandfather, your maternal grandfather, couldn't have coerced you. You acquired a fraudulent birth certificate of your own volition, Mr. Chair.
OK， 当时你已经34岁了，所以你有这个权利为自己做出决定。比如说，你知道这个出生证是假的，所以你可以就是为自己这个出生证而愿意还是不愿意做出这个出生证。
当时我过来这边刚开始，我也什么都不会说吧。但是我外公自己的亲人哦，他弄这个，他帮我弄这个。我想他是想我在这边就是可以长期在菲律宾发展下去吧，应该是也是为我好吧，哦。
Yes, because I do not know how to speak English, so I am not aware of what will happen with the birth certificate. But what I know is that it must be my grandfather's decision to get me the birth certificate, and because he's thinking that I could develop long-term here in the Philippines.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Chair, just a final questions before I yield to other interpellators. Are you aware of Filipinas 168 Shopping Mall, Inc. in
168 Shopping Mall. 请问你对这个168的商场很熟吗？168商场。
不知道。
你不知道？
我不熟，不知道。
I'm not very aware of it.
It would show in the records that Tony Yang, Antonio M. Lim, and Yang Hongjiang are incorporators.
在我们的这些记录里面说出 Antonio M. Lim 还有这个杨洪江，他们都是业主，或是他们都是这些的领导总经理。
168，我也不大清楚会不会说是打包他们也不是在事务吧。 事务会不会他有一个商场，好像叫168还是什么，我不大记得。反正他们有弄商场。
So I'm not aware of this 168. Maybe it is a mall in Cebu. There's a number like 168. So I'm not really very clear about it.
Actually, it was incorporated in Davao. But anyway, I'll ask one more corporation. Is Mr. Yang aware of Yisan Fa Development Corp., in which Antonio Lim, Yang Hongming, and Yang Hongjiang are all incorporators?
再问你一个关于这个易三发这个集团，这里有说，他们的业主都是杨洪明先生，还有杨洪江先生。
杨洪明、杨洪江。
对。
那我不知道，我真的不知道，我真的不知道他们这些公司怎么样。
I really don't know this company. No, I don't know.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, I had a few more questions, but in the interest of time, I'll just mention it for the record and that maybe we can verify at a later time. In addition to these two companies mentioned, and of course the Yangtze Group, I believe we have the papers for that, but we'll just produce it in a later time. I'd also like to mention that his name appears for DCLA Plaza, KSM Shopping Co., and Yesanfe Development Corp. So it's very difficult to be questioning this witness, Mr. Chair, given that it's either he is choosing outright to lie or he is feigning it behind this language barrier. But that's just a manifestation. With that, Mr. Chair, I will yield to other interpellators. Thank you very much, Mr. Yang. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Gutierrez. Can you relay to him what Congressman Gutierrez said?
OK，他刚才说的就是，其实您名下的集团还有很多，例如有这个 TCLA， 还有 KSM， 还有这个138。但是，如果你不说你不是这里的业主，那我们没办法，就是来证明。那不知道您是不是说出真相，还是只是在假装不知道这些公司？
我是真的不知道，真的不知道。
I really don't know them. I really don't know.
Okay, thank you. So the next to interpolate is Congressman Lordan Suwan, the representative from Cagayan de Oro City. You're recognized. You have 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May we ask the COMSEC to show the certification of the probity checker? There was a certification issued to Ms. Cassandra Ong stating that Lucky South 99, a company accused of human trafficking and other criminal activities, underwent probity checking. And this was from PAGCOR OGLD received on January 1, 2024. Can we show it on the screen? So last Quadcom hearing, I asked PAGCOR if those who underwent probity checking were actually legal POGOs, and they said that all of those who were given the certification were legal, and those that were passed through were the illegal ones. So my question is, how come Lucky South 99 was given a certification from our probity checkers? May I ask PAGCOR, please?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Brigadier General Villanueva, the SVP for Security and Monitoring Cluster of PAGCOR. To Your Honor, to answer your question, the probity check certificate is only one of the requirements in their application. But during the course of their application, since some of these documents have not yet been submitted to us, we coordinated already to the law enforcement agencies because we suspect that something illegal is happening inside a big compound, which is not the registered or the location or the address that they applied for.
I don't understand, sir. So you're saying that you issued the certification, or you mean the probity checkers issued the certification for Lucky South 99, but they were still able to operate illegally? So there were other buildings which were not checked?
Yes, sir. No, sir. Actually, the exact location of their application is very different from the one that was raided, sir. The one that was raided composed of at least 42 buildings. Hindi po yun, sir, yung in-apply nila. Kasi yung dati nilang Lucky South outsourcing company, iba yung location niya, sir, physically.
Okay, so you're saying that that's the reason why they were able to pass the probity check, because the site in the location there was no illegal activity in that site, but in the different sites where they conducted their illegal activities, the probity checkers were not able to check them.
Yes, sir. The probity check was when they were applying for a license, a renewal of license. This is one of the requirements, sir. But during the course of the inspection of our monitoring teams, that building, the specific building na in-applyan nila, sir, walang activity. So nagsuspect kami parang ginawa lang siyang front.
Then why did the probity checkers issue this certification if they found nothing there? They shouldn't have issued the certification in the first place, and they should have looked for other places which could have been the areas where they were actually conducting their activities.
Sir, the probity checking includes only the checking of the incorporators, not the actual office building.
So there is another group which examines the actual office building. May I know what the name of this group is?
We have, sir, for POGCOR, we have the POGCOR monitoring team, which is under my shop.
So you're saying that after granting accreditation or license to operate, the POGCOR monitoring team conducts site inspections?
Your Honor, we did not, we denied the application for renewal of license because of some illegal activities that we suspect that these are connected to the bigger, it's like a hub, which is located also near the, supposed to be the building that they applied for.
Let's go back to the probity checkers, because I'm still bothered why Lucky South 99 was able to get a certification. So what are the checking mechanisms used by the checkers, or what are the parameters which the checkers operate to ascertain the honesty and integrity of the applicant company? And were they able to find out that the incorporators of Lucky South 99 might have been involved in illegal activities either here in the Philippines or outside the country?
Mr. Chair, may I ask Attorney Lobo of the Offshore Gaming Licensing Division to answer the question?
Your Honor, to put clarity, the probity checking or probity checker issued to Lucky South 99 is limited to the incorporator during the application process. So meaning po, Your Honor, wala pa po siyang operation. We're talking about the certification minention. Doon sa renewal, wala pa siyang probity checking.
So you're saying that when the probity checker issued the certification, the company wasn't formed yet. It was still applying.
No, sir. The company is not yet in operation at that time. Technically, nag-a-apply pa lang sila ng license sa atin. Thus, wala pa silang operation. Ang probity check is limited dun sa mga documents na submitted sa kanila, such as yung identification, financial capacity, and other criminal records, if any.
Were any of the incorporators of the applicant, Lucky South 99, involved in criminal activities, whether here in the Philippines or outside?
Your Honor, during the probity check, none.
None?
Yes, sir.
So how did Lucky South 99 go through the POGCOR monitoring team if the POGCOR monitoring team were conducting site inspections? And may I know how they conducted the inspections? Who were the inspectors and what was the result of the inspection?
Your Honor, as early as August 2023, continuous yung inspection ng namin dyan, ng POGCOR monitoring team, at least twice a week on the average. And then hanggang October, nag-expired na yung license niya. So yung physical location nung pogong yon is very different from the other building. Kaya lang nai-report namin sa mga law enforcement agencies yung malalaking building na yon, sir. Kasi one time, yung PMT ko, pina-check ko yung malaking grupong, yung malaking mga locations na yon. Pagdating nila doon sa may gate, hinabol sila ng mga armado. That's why nag-coordinate na ako sa law enforcement agency. And I recommended to the board to not to renew the license of Lucky South.
With respect, sir, I still think there is a problem with your monitoring, considering that you're not able. If you say that you're only able to inspect the area where they should have been, and they're able to get away with illegal activities, then there is something wrong with your monitoring, because you still are not monitoring the place where you should have watched.
Your Honor, if pertaining to Lucky South license was issued to Thai Court Building, which is different to the one that was traded, yung merong mga illegal activities. Ang minomonitor po ni PAGCOR at ng aming PAGCOR inspection team or monitoring team is yung license. Stress lang po namin na ang aming license is site-specific, meaning doon lang siya pwede magkaroon ng operation, doon lang yung license, doon lang yung registered ni PAGCOR. Yung pong na-raid sa PORAC is hindi po license ni PAGCOR, hindi registered kay PAGCOR, at hindi po under kay PAGCOR.
So yung na-raid po, there was no license in it. There was no documentary paper trail regarding
Yes,
that?
Your Honor. Hindi po siya licensed kay PAGCOR, hindi po registered yung site na yun kay PAGCOR.
Okay. Anyway, we can talk about it in the next hearing. So to Ms. Cassandra Ong, what is your connection with Lucky South 99?
Mr. Chair, sorry po, I invoke my right against self-incrimination dahil may final na po na trafficking po sa akin.
Do you know that you were issued a certification by the probity checker? Would you know?
Mr. Chair, I invoke my right po. Pasensya na po, may final po silang trafficking sa akin.
Okay. Because Mr. Chair, I'm still concerned that despite our security measures for PAGCOR, why did people with criminal records pass through our inspections? And there might be some holes in the way that we inspect these sites, because optimally, they should really be found and they should be the ones that are inspected. Anyway, another question, sir, for PAGCOR. When did Oro One Incorporated apply for a license to become a service provider?
Your Honor, Oro One was given a license last 2019.
Did Oro One pass through probity checking? Sir?
Oro One license was given February 27, 2019. For the probity checking, sir, I will have to check now. I undertake to give the details, sir.
Is it correct that the president of Oro One is Mr. Tony Yang?
Based on our record, it's Antonio Lim, sir.
So Antonio Lim is the same person as Tony Yang, right? Is Antonio Lim the same person as Tony Yang?
Sir, based on our records, it's Antonio Lim.
Okay. Based on their application submitted to PAGCOR, what was the percentage share of Tony Yang or Antonio Lim in Oro One?
to sa record.